Jeremy Sports Network coming to you live. Thank you guys for tuning in. Man, I really do appreciate you guys for tuning in with me, with this being my first podcast kicking off the year in 2017 Super Bowl weekend. And I'm going to start it out by giving my Super Bowl picks, giving you my reason on why I believe this certain team is going to host that Lombardi Trophy by the end of Sunday night. But first, let's start with the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons had a great year this year. Matt Ryan had a phenomenal season. I'm talking about putting up numbers this year. Deontay Freeman, Julio Jones, Deion Jones. I'm talking about these guys balled. Taylor Gabriel, Mohamed Sanu. These guys balled for Atlanta. Think about that back end, Ricardo Allen, growing up. These guys balled. Vic Beasley Jr., leading the league in sacks. Balled. Jalen Collins, balled. Atlanta has great pieces. I said that numerous of times. I told people I know Atlanta has great pieces. Dan Quinn is a smart guy. He knows how to pick them. Look at Seattle. People have to understand that things happen for a reason. But what's funny with me when it comes to Atlanta is how sometimes these fans here in Atlanta, these are the same fans that criticize Matt Ryan. Oh, Matt Ryan sucks. We need another quarterback. Matt Ryan can't get the job done. Matt Ryan is the reason we losing ball games. That's how they used to talk about Matt Ryan. I know people personally. And they were supposed to be Atlanta Falcons diehard football fans. And what's funny to me is, now that they're winning, oh, Matt Ryan, he's the greatest of all time. Matt Ryan is the best quarterback ever. He's the best quarterback in Falcons history. I love Matt Ryan. Ooh, Matt Ryan. On and off. I'm like, wow. People really can be like that? They don't support you when you're down, when you're going through the struggle. It's a process. People never really embrace the process of what Matt Ryan had to endure in order for him to get to this point. Don't get me wrong, Matt Ryan is a good quarterback. I'm not saying anything bad about Matt Ryan, but it's a process to get to this point to where Matt Ryan is right now today. It took a lot of hard work and dedication to the craft in order for Matt Ryan to be in a position where he is right now. And big ups to Kyle Shanahan, who's got the job done with Matt Ryan and that offense. You have to give Kyle Shanahan a lot of credit. A lot of people don't want to, but you have to give Kyle Shanahan a lot of credit for what he's done there in Atlanta. He has Matt Ryan playing out of his mind. Julio Jones playing out of his mind. Everybody across that offense. Kyle Shanahan made it happen. Now he's going to San Francisco, but he wants to leave out on top. But the thing is, Atlanta has to focus on the small fundamental things. Don't worry about what the fans say, because those fans, they're gonna cheer for you. Absolutely. They're in the Super Bowl. They're in the Super Bowl. They're gonna cheer. They're gonna be happy. Atlanta is a happy city right now. Playing in the Super Bowl. They're a happy city. But do I think it's enough against New England? I don't know. Let's go on that side of the ball. You have here the greatest quarterback of all time in Tom Brady playing in his seventh Super Bowl. I mean, he's 4-2. Come on, experience. Yeah, that guy, the goat. Number one in almost every statistical category there is, with playoffs and Super Bowls. Come on, Tom Brady has been there, done that. Atlanta's playing with all the hype. Tom Brady is playing with a vengeance. Tom Brady is playing with a vengeance. He is out to prove to the world that he is the greatest, no matter what you say about him. We all know what Roger Goodell did to Tom Brady was absolutely wrong. A lot of people won't admit that because they don't know the full story. They just want to go with, oh, he was cheating, Spygate, Deflategate, assumptions. You don't even want to call out the key assumptions when it came down to the Deflategate case. That's why Tom Brady was ready to go to the Supreme Court. He did win it in court. But when he take it up another notch, that judge is seen going in the house with Roger Goodell. What judge goes and meets with somebody? Unless you're great friends, sharing cocktails. And I think they railroad Tom Brady, suspended him for 4 games, and tried to taint his name and taint his career. And Tom Brady is coming after Roger Goodell so Roger Goodell can personally hand him that Lombardi trophy. I see it happening. And it's going to be against a tough team in the Atlanta Falcons, which I think experience is going to be the key factor. Mismatches are going to be the key factor. Playing keep away for New England is going to be a key factor. So let's switch it up. Let's switch it up on this part of the show. So I'm sitting here. I'm trying to figure out and understand why is it that everyone in Houston did not show up for the Houston and Atlanta game last night. The Atlanta Hawks ball game. Everybody in Houston is like quiet. That game was nowhere near packed at all. Empty. And you thinking, hey, Houston's a good team. You know, they're gonna have some fans in the building, gonna be rooting for the team. And Atlanta comes in there with the Dwight Howard's return, wipes them off the map. I mean, is Houston the party? Reason why I brought that up is because I'm trying to figure out, is the partying in Houston, has it started already for the Super Bowl? Because everybody is like tucked away right now, like ready for this big event. A lot of people are not giving it that national exposure like it should be. And I'm like, are you serious? The Atlanta Falcons? Like, come on. Arthur Blank is a great man, done a great thing for the Atlanta Falcons. They're moving into a new stadium, Mercedes-Benz. Reason why I'm saying these things is because I live here in Atlanta, although I'm not an Atlanta Falcons fan, but I do live here in Atlanta and I do see things. And it's a reason why I'll get into that later on why I don't choose to root for Atlanta. I have my reasons, but Arthur Blank is a great person. I remember when Michael Vick was playing here and Arthur Blank, all he wanted was truth from Michael, and Arthur Blank, he stood by his side. Arthur Blank showed that he has a great heart. He's always willing to help people. And when he made Michael Vick $100 million contract, I mean, come on. Winning. But things happened and took place. But as time went on throughout the years, you see that they drafted Matt Ryan and start building a team. Arthur Blank, look at what he has now. It's called going through the process, people. A lot of things don't happen overnight. Atlanta's been going through the process. They're here now. They look really good, but I don't think they look good enough to be able to stop a New England Patriots team. So, getting back to some things, I want to jump over and talk about for a few minutes why Tom Brady and Matt Ryan, this game is more so predicated on Matt Ryan having to outplay Tom Brady. I feel like Matt Ryan is going to have to just focus on playing his game in order to win. But so many things has to happen for Atlanta in order for them to win. That's why I'm not choosing Atlanta to win. Everything has to fall in place for Atlanta. They have to, once they have to get clicking on all cylinders. So many things have to happen. Versus New England is line up, okay, mismatch right there. That's where I'm throwing the football. Boom. With Atlanta, they're going to have to keep you honest with running the football, with throwing the football. With New England, you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to get heavy run. You don't know if you're going to get short swing passes all day. You don't know if you're going to get trick plays. You don't know what you're going to get. So it's very interesting to see how Matt Ryan handled his ball game and to see how Tom Brady handled his ball game. Because if you focus in on these guys, you're going to know exactly how the game plan planned out and who's going to execute their game plan even in the fourth quarter. You're going to see it. So I believe this is going to be very interesting. Tom Brady versus Matt Ryan matchup. And also Matt Ryan versus that New England Patriots #1 scoring defense. I mean points allowed. Excuse me. They're only giving up 16 points a game. Brady scored 20. We're going to keep him at 16. That's how I see them playing football. Seriously. But it's interesting to see that Matt Ryan versus Tom Brady matchup. Who's going to execute their game plan to the fullest without any mistakes? And also when you look at that defensive side of the ball with Vic Beasley having to get after Tom Brady with an offensive line from New England, will they be able to stop Vic Beasley, the leading sacker in the NFL? I believe that that can happen. The way that they have matchups on New England, the way they play offense. If Vic Beasley, if they don't just rush Vic Beasley on every down, make him go after the quarterback, if he gets caught slipping and he's in coverage, it's over with. Because I'm thinking Vic Beasley play a little bit of linebacker as well. And he's coming off the edge. It's crazy. Jalen Collins. Jalen Collins had a ball game. He had a really good game. Jalen Collins. A lot of y'all are who isn't familiar with Jalen Collins, and you're wondering who that is. Some of the sometime Falcon fans who claim that they know they players. Charlie, I'm not even going to get into how the Atlanta Falcons fans are. I mean, it's just it trips me out when I see things like this. But Jalen Collins, though, from LSU, balled against Green Bay. Do I believe Jalen Collins is going to have a good game against New England? Jalen Collins is going to have to play his responsibilities. This is his second year. Young, going up against the GOAT. You know that thing Ezekiel Elliott does when he just keeps eating like feed me. That's how Brady's going to be. Feed me. Let me throw the football against these rookies. It's crazy. But like I said, I'm choosing New England to win this ball game, and I want to give a shout out to everybody who's tuned in to Jeremy Sports Network. I want you guys to have a great Super Bowl party with your fam, with your friends. Enjoy the game. New England is going to go all the way, in my eyes, personally. I don't think a lot of people are going to be happy with the fact that I'm choosing New England here in Atlanta, and I live here in Atlanta. I had wore my hat to go pick up my son from daycare, and everybody's just looking at me like I got this New England hat on, like right after the AFC Championship game, and people looking like I can't believe he's going around town with that on. But I love my team. I'm going to root for my team. And I may be the only one, but I'm going to root for them. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please become part of my Patreon so you can continue to support these podcasts, so I can continue to bring you better product each and every time. It's Jeremy Sports Network. I'm out. Peace.